This show is not as great as I thought it was in 8th grade. That was unnecessary. If they were gonna come, they should have been a part of season 4. And Ryder and Jake and all them, that should have been one Glee club. And all the old Glee club kids need to go head to college and make that a spin-off show. And listen to this. I came up with something. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel. And so, for the past few weeks, Glee has been, actually it hasn't been a few weeks, it's been a couple months. Glee has been popping up on my YouTube feed, and it keeps getting recommended on my Netflix. And I used to watch Glee in 8th and 9th grade, like all the time. I think it used to be my favorite show. So I guess this is a sign to talk about the rise and fall of Glee. Let me tell y'all. Okay, so like I said before, loved Glee. You know, although Mercedes is my favorite character, I really liked the show in general. Even if she didn't have that many parts, I was like feeling the show. Season 1, Season 2, really good. You know, probably watching now, I'd probably say this show is not choking up. This show is not as great as I thought it was in 8th grade. It's probably pretty corny now. But since it's been popping up my feed, I said, I never really finished Glee because it was that bad season 4. So I started again on season 4. And I suffered through season 4. Don't get me wrong. It's not because I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the content. Like, I really liked Marley and Ryder and Jake and Kitty. Yeah, loved all them. But it was weird because you still had Sam and Artie and Blaine and Tina. And Tina just started acting terrible, which I don't even get, because Tina, I don't think they should have made Tina the new Rachel and make her like this annoying character, because that's not necessary. Like, it came out of nowhere, really. So that was one thing. 2, you have all these old characters mixing with new characters and then going back and forth to New York with Rachel. I was like, okay, this is weird. But I feel like if season 1, season 2, even mostly season 3 was very good seasons of Glee. I thought it touched on a lot of subjects. And 2009, people just weren't, I'll give Glee that credit. People were not doing the things that Glee was doing. I believe, well, that might not be true. I want to say Glee was the first like teen show that had gay characters and that had like topics about race and teen pregnancy. Maybe that was Degrassi. I don't know. Correct me in the comments. But I just thought after season 3, season 4, when they had all these new characters, went back and forth to New York, you really didn't see much of Santana or Mercedes and Quinn, and those were really the sauce of the sauce of the show. So like, it's kind of weird when you have all these new people and then you're mixing in with the old people, and then you're going to New York, and then you have dumb shows about puppets, and then what does the fox say? Like, they were so busy on trends, and I think that was really the fall of Glee, because they had an episode on twerking, and Will Schuster, Mr. Shoe, was like, oh yeah, the kids need to express themselves and be free and da-da-da. I'm like, William, weren't you the one upset about them doing, I think it was like TikTok by Kesha, and he was upset about that. So where did this change come from? Speaking of Mr. Shoe, respectfully, I don't care about him and Miss Pillsbury's relationship. Don't really care about his personal life. I think they should have saved that time for Mercedes and Sam. Or Tina and Mike. Like, I don't care about Will. Or the only thing I thought was like funny and actually added to it was Will and Sue's like clashing. Like, that was funny and it related to the Glee Club, so I cared. I don't care that him and Emma are getting engaged for the second. I don't care that she ran out on her wet. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. But other than that, I'm trying to think what else is the fall of Glee. Like, it was so good till it wasn't. I think the second half of season 5, when they had Santana, Kurt, Blaine, Artie, Rachel, Mercedes, Sam, they were all in New York. I was like, oh, this is really good. Like, I care about this, even though it's very unrealistic. New York is expensive. I don't know how they got how they all got in the school in New York is beyond me, because okay, whatever. Two, the fact that they all live in the same apartment. Okay. Three, they just had so many plot holes with that. Like, how did y'all all end up in Mercedes' apartment at one point? I'm like, how did she get an apartment, like, with one record deal? It's not like she's rich. Like, I don't, yeah, that was unrealistic. But a lot of Glee is unrealistic. That's another thing. There's a lot of plot holes in season 4 to 6. All of a sudden, Sue is principal, which makes sense, but she makes the Glee students transfer, except for Kitty. Does that make any sense to y'all? Like, why didn't y'all? I get having, they had the new character Jane and Roderick and then the twins. That was unnecessary. If they were going to come, they should have been a part of season 4. And Ryder and Jake and all them, that should have been one Glee Club. And all the old Glee Club kids need to go head to college and make that a spin-off show. And listen to this. I came up with something. Make all the old kids have a spin-off show about their life in New York. Then all the new Glee kids in this new Glee Club with Jake, Ryder, blah, 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 all of them come together, boom, new Glee. Because having all this mixed up stuff, it makes it very confusing. And even, like, they were just adding stories at that point. Like, Blaine and David Karofsky. Like, why did that happen? Like, it didn't need to happen. I promise you. I don't think anyone asked for that. When it came on the screen, I was like, why is this happening? I don't like Rachel. Nobody likes Rachel. Annoying. Too many solos. Gotta give it to the girl. The girl can sing. Don't like her, though. Annoying. Too much in the spotlight. I do love Kurt and Blaine. I love them so much. I love Kurt. Blaine is my son. He can sing so well. I like their storyline of them getting married. Oh my gosh, their engagement. Oh my gosh. That's so beautiful. It was so nice and so well put. They should have stopped the show there. It was so nice. We love Santana and Brittany, of course. Mercedes and Sam. I remember watching season 3 of Glee and literally skipping through all of, because Rachel made it hard to watch Glee season 3 because she's just complain about getting in the yada. So I was like, I'm tired of all these solos, all these ballads, don't care. I was just skipping to see Sam and Mercedes. And I never really got it till season 5. Like, they were very quick with their romance, which I didn't like, because we spent a lot of time on Finn and Rachel. Even though I love Finn, we spent a lot of time on that relationship. A lot more time than I wanted. I would have loved to see a lot more Quinn in New York, but she was at Princeton, so I'm gonna let it slide. Why did Finn kiss Emma? Like, I don't know why all these teacher-student relationships were going on. That didn't happen in my high school. I don't know. Like, that just doesn't happen naturally. Sam dating the nurse, nobody questioned that. Nobody had a problem with that. She said she was a junior in college, dating a 17-year-old. I think he might have been 16. Like, nobody's gonna question. Okay, whatever. Just even in general, the students that they paired up, I was like, why are they together? Like, Tina liking Blaine. I guess that's a good storyline though, like her liking a gay guy, because I guess that's what happens in real life. I guess it's funnier than her liking someone that she would actually be with, but she never really had a relationship besides with Mike, and the only reason they really had them together because they're both Asian. So it's like I wish she had, like, I wish if they were gonna do that with her and Mike, I wish they dove more into their relationship. Every time they spoke, it was like, oh, Asian math. Oh, I'm an Asian that dance. Oh, like they're real people too. Like let's start there. Ryder and Unique storyline, I thought that was really good. I thought that was definitely something that kept me watching. Overall, I really do like Glee. I thought it was really good the first 3 seasons, but it's the rise and fall. Like, I feel like Glee would be a much better show overall. And if y'all like Rachel, I'm sorry. If they just cut out with all the Rachel solos and let other people shine their light. Some of my favorite songs from Glee are not from Rachel. I'll tell you that. And they're not all from Mercedes either. I have a lot of songs from Tina, from Santana, from Quinn. Quinn could sing. But like, if they actually paid more attention to the side characters, just a little bit more, because I know there has to be a main character like Rachel. I know, like, that's the whole point of a show. But if they put more effort into the other characters and their relationships, Glee would have been really good after season 3, but they didn't. And this whole Rachel goes to Broadway, then loses her dream, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't... Respectfully. Like, let's make another show for her. This is not the Rachel Berry show. But overall, the show also, okay, then I'll be done. They also in this is overall Glee, not just season 4 to 6, but they would introduce characters and then they fall off the face of the earth and we just don't know what happened to him. Like Joe, the guy with the dreads, and Rory, like they say like, oh, I'm going to a church retreat, or oh, I'm going back to Ireland. Rory left. Like, I don't know. The black guy in season 1, what happened to him? Like, come on, y'all. I don't know. We could do a little better with the transitions. But overall, I'm gonna still watch Glee. I can complain all day. But this is the rise and fall of Glee. If y'all like this video, please like and comment down below and tell me what y'all think. If y'all have differing opinions, if y'all absolutely love seasons 4 through 6, just comment it down below. And I will see y'all next week. Bye!